Hello and welcome to our MOOC on Language and Emotion at Work, where we will make a voyage together with you into the fascinating world of the expression of human emotion. We are going to try to learn as much as possible about the facts and the mysteries of the relationship between human language and human emotion, and especially when manifested in corporate or institutional environments. That's why it's called Language and Emotion at Work. We want to see how emotion is manifested and how it is better to express emotion in work environments. And the MOOC is divided in two main parts. The first part has to do more with the components of language and how emotion is expressed through language, through the different components. And the second part is a more interdisciplinary part where we'll look at other disciplines in connection with linguistics. So, Lachlan, could you please tell them about the first part?
Yes, of course. So, indeed, in the first part, we will look at the different components of language and how they can be used to express emotions. We'll start with words, which all come charged with some emotion, either positive or negative, strong or weak. And we will see how then these are deployed in what we say to each other. We'll also look at the structure of entire sentences, how that too can be influenced by emotion, and also delve inside words to discover morphemes that can carry emotion. We'll also look at the style of pronunciation and how that then can express our feelings. And perhaps most of all, intonation, which is the melody that we give to an entire utterance and which usually betrays how we're feeling. We'll also look at pragmatics, which is to do then with how language is used in context. We'll look at how language expresses politeness and how politeness is deeply connected with emotion. We'll look at risk communication. We'll look at cases of irony. We'll look at taboo language. We'll look at humor. So many aspects of pragmatics that are imbricated with emotion. Let's think of an example like somebody saying when they see a dog caught in a car on a hot day, "Poor doggy, how could you abandon her in that hot car, you bloody sadist?" So what do we see when we analyze this? We see the word poor, meaning here not lacking money, but evoking sympathy. We see that the word dog gets a diminutive suffix, a morpheme that expresses our empathy with the poor creature. We notice that there is a question here, but the question is not looking for an answer. It's a rhetorical question. It functions pragmatically as a rebuke. We see the use of the lexical word abandon, which always carries a negative connotation in English. We notice that the dog is referred to as her, using the personal pronoun that expresses sympathy rather than a more neutral it. We see a word like bloody, which is a direct expression of the emotions of the speaker. We see the word sadist used probably in exaggeration, in hyperbole, but which is there because the speaker is so angry and upset. So these are some of the ways in which language directly reflects our emotions. Now I'll pass over to Laura again for discussion of the second part of the MOOC.
Okay, as I said before, in the second part of the MOOC, we are going to delve into or to explore interdisciplinary land. And so we are going to look into the connection between psychology and linguistics and how we express our emotions and how there might be a connection between emotional intelligence and the expression of emotion, and how even the strategies, the linguistic strategies we use, have a connection with our emotional intelligence. That's a topic for research still. Also, we're going to look at the connection between gender identity and emotion, and we'll try to answer questions such as, do we women have a different emotional vocabulary than you men? Or do we use a different intonation when trying to express emotion from the one that men use? And a very interesting aspect is the aspect of the teaching and learning of foreign languages. And because we know that emotion, motivation is an aspect of emotion, has a lot to do with the teaching of languages and learning languages. So we'll try to answer questions such as, am I going to learn a foreign language better if I have a good predisposition towards the country where that language is spoken? Or if my language teacher is a good teacher, and so I feel motivated, and therefore I have all these positive emotions that will take me to a better understanding and then a better performance also in the foreign language. And finally, we're also going to look at the relationship between persuasion and emotion, and how is it that we use persuasive language as a means of conveying and also arousing certain emotions in your interlocutor or the audience. And that's also, goes back to the rhetoric studies and all, but it is also a very interesting topic to look into within the expression of emotion. But this is just a summary. And if you go into the different modules of the course, you will find much more to learn, and we hope to enjoy in the 10 modules that you will find there. And so we just now want to say goodbye, hoping to see you soon and in the course. And Lachlan is going to...
Well, what can I say? We hope with all our hearts that you will love this course, that you'll find it exciting, inspiring, and that you will, above all, become more sensitive to how you can find emotion in every aspect of language and its use. So, from the two of us together, we'd like to say goodbye for now.
Goodbye, and from the bottom of our hearts, that we are going to be delighted if you follow us in this course and you get into this adventure together with us. So bye-bye, and see you
in the course.
The course.
Yes. Bye.